I hate making long intros on these short videos, so just bear with me and I'll try to keep it as short as possible. First off, check out Pebblehost if you want a great server host using my link in the description. Also, if you want to look snazzy and immediately hop into my public Evolving Origin server, check out that join button down below. Other than that, consider subscribing and enjoy the video. Alright, so I may have been a bit unclear in my Undying Origin video, but this data pack includes all my Evolving Origins, which can only be used with each other. If you want to use other origins that weren't made by me, it's a long, complicated process that's not really worth explaining, but I'll do it if enough people ask. Anyways, let's get into the first ability of the Blastling. This ability is called Blast Ball, which is an active ability activated by pressing your primary key. When you do this, you launch a fireball that explodes underneath you, sending you rocketing up and knocking away all mobs nearby you. This ability does no damage at all, but be careful of fall damage as you will still take damage from that. This ability requires a bit of skill, as simply standing there and pressing it will not produce much of an effect. The next ability is called Martyr Dome. This ability makes it so when you die, you become a walking time bomb. Upon taking fatal damage, you start shaking, glowing red, and emitting a ton of smoke. While in this mode, you have 8 seconds before you explode, and in those 8 seconds, you gain speed 2 and become unkillable. You can do anything you would normally be able to do while alive, except for doing direct damage like through punching or swinging a sword. After the 8 seconds, you explode with the power of a regular creeper, which is effectively done by just summoning a creeper that immediately explodes. Moving on to the third ability, contrary to your loud explosive nature, you can also be quiet at times. Camouflage is a pretty simple ability. While you're at full HP or 20 hearts and above, if you somehow have more than 20 hearts, you can sneak while on grass blocks to make yourself invisible. This does not make your armor invisible, and the second you go below full HP, you lose your invisibility until you heal back up. Moving on to the downsides, the first one is unstable frame. Because your body is effectively filled with explosives, you take double damage from all sources of explosions. This is how much a normal human takes, and then this is how much a Blastling will take. The second downside is Allerophobia, or the fear of cats. Put simply, while you're within 8 blocks of any ocelot or cat, you gain blindness, weakness, and slowness. This all goes away once you leave the radius of those cats. I know some of you in the comments are gonna say to make this work with the feline origin, but that's an entire laggy experience that I really don't want slowing down this data pack. For the final downside, we have Unworthy. This power makes it so when a Blastling tries to hold a totem of Undying, in either their main hand or offhand, all traces of those totems and all others in your inventory will be erased from existence. This may seem slightly random, but it's put into place to make sure you don't abuse the Martyr Dome ability. Now, onto the evolved form, the Adapted Blastling. The first ability the Adapted Blastling gains is Explosive Resurgence. After falling 6 or more blocks, you can summon another fireball that launches you back into the air. To cancel this ability, you can simply sneak while falling and you won't be launched back into the air again. In conjunction with this ability, you'll gain fall damage immunity, meaning that you won't take fall damage no matter how far you fall. Be careful when doing this though, right now, because while the fireballs you summon do no damage to you, there's a chance of you taking the fall damage because of some kind of bug. It's kind of hard to explain, so I'll try to show it to you through this demonstration. With that said, until further notice, I've decided to say that it's a drawback. Otherwise, if you're afraid of taking damage, you can simply sneak while falling and be guaranteed to not take any fall damage. As the saying goes, it's not a bug, it's a feature. With that, we're finished going over all the powers of the Blastling and the Adapted Blastling. Like last time, this origin will be coming to my public Evolving Origins SMP server one day after the release of this video. Aside from that, as usual, here's a list of balance changes I made to some of the origins. Alright, that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and have fun with this new scout. Bye!